authentic assessment?
Yeah, that is what I'm asking for. So, how can we make it valid?
No worries, we can get some information through an interview.
Yeah, what are you waiting for? Let's go and find someone.
Hello everyone, I am Jendi Joy C. Sauces and I am from Group 2. And in behalf of my group mates, I am here to interview someone on what's their perspective or insight about on how to make authentic assessment valid. So I am here together with, can you introduce yourself?
My name is Jose Marivelos from Filipino 2B.
Okay, thank you, Ginoo. So our question is, how can you make authentic assessment valid? O paano mo ba gawing valid ang isang authentic assessment?
Thank you. Para sa akin, maging valid ang authentic assessment ay alam naman natin ang authentic assessment, ito po yung real world task na ginagamit or sadyang ito po yung ginagamit ng mga guro sa halimbawa sa pagtuturo. Para sa akin, sa maging valid ang authentic assessment ay sa paraan ng pag-measure sa mga estudyante. Halimbawa lamang ng kung meron kayong kung ikaw ay isang guro, ay meron siyang ibibigay sa iyo na mga task or performance. For example, mini-measure ng isang guro ang isang estudyante ng pagbabasa. So, ang guro ay gagawa ng isang aktibidad na patungkol sa pagbabasa para malaman ng guro kung ano ba ang kakayanan ng isang estudyante, kung ano ba ang kapasidad ng isang estudyante. At gagawa at doon malalaman ng guro kung ano ba ang kailangan niyang gawin para mas malaman niya kung ano ba ang kanyang gagawin upang ma-measure niya at mas matumpok yung mga gagawin niyang mga aktibidad at mas epektibo ang kanyang pagtuturo. Yan po.
Okay, maraming salamat po.
I am Nella May Cotara. Here we are to get us some information about authentic assessment. But before that, can you introduce yourself first?
Okay, good afternoon everyone. My name is RGS Astronomo from Bachelor of Secondary Education.
Thank you for that. Our question is, how can you make authentic assessment valid?
Okay, for me, I would like to highlight the authentic assessment on making it valid in a way that we must follow criteria and rubrics in creating a authentic assessment. Most especially when doing authentic assessment, we should base on our performance-based tasks and ideas so that we may able to measure it, to have a score for it by creating a rubrics and criteria to make it valid in a way that we can have a basis and we can have a measurement for us to have a authentic assessment after authentic measurement after the assessment. Thank you.
So thank you for that.
Hello once again everyone, and as a continuation of gathering information about assessment, I am here together with one of our teacher here in DDOSE. May you introduce yourself, ma'am?
Hi, good afternoon everyone. I'm Ma'am Lorraine Jane Banyares, currently the program coordinator of the Filipino program under the Bachelor of Secondary Education.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. So our question is, how can we make authentic assessment valid po?
Okay. In making or having an authentic assessment to the students, or by using this kind of assessment to the students, you can make it valid through the use of rubric and through the use of the proper assessments or evaluation sheet that you are going to use to assess if their outputs are valid, if their outputs really align to what are expected competency based on what is your target or objective, no, or the competency that you want them to get. or to know or even to acquire. So for example, if you are conducting a demonstration teaching to the students wherein they are going to showcase their skills in teaching by demonstration, through the demonstration, you have to use rubric that the criteria should also align to what are the expected competency. For example, if they're going to conduct a demonstration teaching, all the criteria should kumbaga comply to what are being asked to them. For example, you are focusing more on the delivery, to the materials that they're going to use, to the different classroom strategies that they're going to apply. So make sure that the criteria are aligned, appropriate to the expected competency for the student. Another example, for example, an authentic assessment of conducting a reflection from their field trips or mga other authentic experience or assessment, like conducting a simulations on the rules in the community, like role playing and other authentic assessment. You can assess and you can check their validity of the output through the proper use of rubric. I think the most appropriate rubric is the analytic rubric, wherein there should be a parang measurement if it's efficient, if it's excellent, average, good, or needs improvement. So please avoid that kind of rubric where going to directly state the expected percentage from each criteria. For example, most of the students are just using the common rubric wherein they're just going to use a criteria, like for example, creativeness is equivalent to 10%, originality to 10%. So that should be avoided. You really have to use the analytic rubric wherein there should be a criteria, an expected level of mastery with descriptions of what are the expected competency or the expected na mga descriptions of each level. So if the criteria is about the originality and the content, so for the first level is for the exceptional, which could be presented by a score of 9 to 10 or 10 as the highest. So there should be a description which will describe what are the expected original and content na that the student must possess during the authentic assessment. So I think it's better to plan first the rubric before giving the students the assessment. It will become valid if students are aware of the expected criteria that they are going to set in their mind when they are doing the assessment. Kasi there are times that we are giving first the authentic assessment, then students are not aware that there are expected criteria to their assessments. That's why when you are giving them the rubric after the conduct of assessment, most of the students may not target what are being expected from them during the assessment. So make sure, aside that you have the rubric, make sure that it was given before the conduct of the authentic assessment. So in that way, it is valid. It is valid because they are aware, as well as they are being measured not with bias na subjective view from the teacher. So it is guided with criteria and the level of expected competency from them.
Wow, thank you so much, ma'am, for that information. Marami talaga kaming natutunan doon sa information na yun kasi hindi lang kami nag-interview para to get information, but also para meron din kaming matutunan po. At dahil po dyan, maraming salamat sa inyong cooperation po at meron po kaming ibibigay sa inyo. Thank you po.